Hello, my beautiful staratlas people. It's me, the MetaVerse Explorer. I'm back again with another video to keep you updated on what the hell is happening in Star Atlas. So it's been about, I don't know, like 3 days since Starbase launched, maybe 3 epochs, maybe 4. I'm not properly counting right, but it's been pretty good, right? People are getting in there, though there are also a lot of people stuck in the previous version, Sage Labs. Now, I have this in the background. This is just the recent surge test that went on. Unfortunately, I couldn't go because it's still 3 a.m. for me. It's still 3 a.m., 4 a.m. time, and I'm like, goddamn, I'm like, what if they delay it by like 1 hour and I woke up at 3 a.m. to come to it? I'd be so upset. Ugh, So yeah, anyway, lots of people going in here. It looks actually really quite fun. Now just imagine, imagine if we had like a Tufa boss in there and it's got some HP and everyone has to attack it, like attack the leg a little bit, then attack the other arm, and then all of a sudden we have boss battles on our hand. This is so easy to do in the game. The infrastructure is already there, okay? For example, have one ultra scale Oni and then you can get to attack different parts of it. Oh man, like that's the exciting part that I really want to see when it comes to this sort of gameplay. Like everyone can get involved. It'll be so damn fun, all right? But this video, guys, let's come back to this video. It's just a quick update video. I want to see what is happening in Sage Labs, in Starbased, and just have a look at some of the stats, shall we? Because, you know, there is economic changes that are coming. I think the SDU is still on standby. I don't think it's actually been changed, but we'll see what's going to happen there. So yeah, let's go ahead and see the UE5 surge test and some of the bug reports that the team have actually released. Let me take my beautiful face away from here so you can see. So this was just released by Dominic. So for example, crowded areas may cause your camera to shake artificially. Global faction leaderboard victories are not properly counted. Loading hitching can happen when approaching the showroom build. You can see there's a whole bunch of bugs that have been reported from the surge test net and surge test, and that is what exactly, let me bring myself back, that is what exactly the whole point of it is. For them to see where all the bugs are, where all the bad things are, so that, not all of them, but like 90% of them, the things that affect our gameplay, you and me, our gameplay, so that they can fix them, okay? So it's doing well, okay? It's actually achieving the purpose that it set out to do. And of course, all of this will happen a couple more times, and then we'll have a public test, which will be even bigger and less bugs and more goodiness. And then people are going to be like, "Oh, Star Atlas is actually pretty good. It's on Solana. You know, you can go into the UE5 gameplay, but they also have this game, and if you buy a ship, you can see it and play it and blow it up in the game there. But you can also earn something with it over there. You know, that's where we're going. Okay, so let's leave that. Okay." While we're on announcements, another very small announcement. There were some faction claim issues that you should be aware of. You weren't able to claim for a long time, but now they've implemented some fixes to faction claims. You should now be able to withdraw your IMP manufacturer ships, which is the ones that give you R4, okay? Is that right? Yeah, that's right. They give you R4 because there were some issues with it, and now you can claim your resources without issues. Though some people are still reporting they are having some issues with it still, even after this announcement has gone out. So yeah, take it with a grain of salt. The team are working on it. They're working on a whole bunch of different things. So just give us some time, okay? Now, let's go to the previous Sage Labs, okay? This is Sage Labs number 2, version 2. Not the new one that's out, okay? Not Starbased, Sage Labs. And I was still very surprised to see how populated it still is. Look at all these ships still scanning. So I assume the SDU function is still going in the version 2 of Sage Labs. I don't know if it's in version 3, haven't really tried it out. I'm not much of a scanner myself, but you can see there's still lots and lots of scanners going, and people are still transferring from A to B, going lots of different places. Though it is a lot less than before, right? You guys remember what it looked like before? There's a lot less of them now, okay? Let's go and see Oni. There's still a few people in there. Let's go and see Mud. There's still a few people in there going in and out. And then let's go to Uster. Still, there's a freighting ship, a sled barge, and 3 imps going to Uster 3 to probably go and mine something. Anyway, that's the old one, okay? Let's not dwell on that. Let's go and see why it's difficult for some people to get out of this even. Like, some people probably don't want to pay the transaction fees to come and take all of this away because it takes a long damn time. And you know why? Because congestion on Solana is still pretty heavy, right? This is one of the flipside dashboards where it's tracking the amount of landed transactions and failed transactions. And we're going at about like 26% actually going through. That's crazy, okay? Now keep in mind, you don't pay transaction fees until the transaction is landed, okay? So you don't lose anything by your transaction by not going through. You just lose your time and your effort and your patience, like I am, and a lot of some of these other people are. So yeah, we're having 73% failed transactions. Guys, that's a lot, right? Keep in mind, a lot of the transactions are kind of bundled together. So for example, in Camino, if you're doing some DeFi stuff or you're doing a game, for example, usually the instructions are bundled that I want to do this, then this, then this, then this. So even if just because your first one failed, this is going to fail, this is going to fail, this is going to fail. So the numbers are a little bit higher, okay? You got to give it a grain of salt again. So yeah, that's still high for us, and I don't want that to happen. I want it to be near 100% so that it's less burdensome, okay, for everyone. So that's probably one of the reasons why you probably haven't taken your stuff out, and also one of the reasons why there's not much activity in the new Starbase. And I'm going to show you that right now, okay? But before we go to that, I want to take a look at some of the stats from the previous version, not Starbase, previous. And very interesting, I saw even, I'm going to take my beautiful face away again. Here we go. See? And now these are the R4 being mined and R9 being mined. And remember, the team said they are going to turn this all off, okay? They're going to turn it all off, which I assume they probably have now, because look at the amount of hydrogen that was being mined and is now trending towards 0. Okay, everything. I'm going to turn off hydrogen so we can see everything else. Look at that. It's all trending towards 0. Okay, so this is the previous version. Now, I'm really hoping that the team at Afia, Victor, Stratugo, Funcracker, we can update this to the new contract, which is Starbased. Now, I'm going to bring my beautiful face back again. It will take time, okay? There's a whole bunch of new contracts that they have to go and look at and import into here so that we can get this information. So, of course, take it with a grain of salt. If you want to make them go faster, you should donate to them, okay? Do they actually have a donation address? Where I think I donated to you guys before. Add a donation address, okay? Add it here somewhere so that we can see, like right there, okay? Because that's where people will go back and forth. Guys, donation address, you need it there, okay? Easy, easy. Now, as you can see, it's trending towards 0 because people are moving to the new game, okay? And with that, there's been some economic changes. Of course, you're probably swapping your LP, you're probably swapping your resources for LP, and then your LP into Atlas to try and earn something. Because you remember last video I just did, where I did the very basic math of was it worth it for you to go and supply food at a CSS to try and get some LP for then you try and get some Atlas from it, and it was not worth it. If I remember correctly, for about 100 food, you were losing like 0.05 Atlas or something like that. It was a negative game for you. Now, that's compounded when you're a whale, okay? That is very, very tough on you when you're a whale. And let's look at one of them guys here. Andre from the club, he's a big whale. There's a lot of big whales in Star Atlas, but this is one of the guys. So he's saying mistakes were made in a wallet I control. Now, first off, that's a very weird way of saying it. Like, I made a mistake. So are you paying someone to do this stuff for you? Or is it a bot that's doing this for you automatically? It sounds weird, doesn't it? Anyway, so if I had sold it all in the marketplace, and he's talking about the resources that he put in here, if he sold it all, he would have netted something like 200,000 Atlas. That's a lot, right? Keep learning and improving. I hope Star Atlas solves the play soon. Already losing dollars as I can't claim the R4 from faction claims. Now, let's look at what he's actually talking about. So he tried to redeem some LP on the Atlas transaction, okay, the Starbase LP exchange. So he gave something, a resource, to the LP, to the Starbases to get LP, and then to transfer that to Atlas. But he's saying if he sold those resources on the marketplace, he would have gotten $200,000. Let's see how much he's actually going to be getting. The reward amount is only $53,000 from 4.5 million LP. No, 4.8, oh my God, billion. Is that a billion? 100,000 million billion. Oh. So that's the total LP in the faction, okay? His contribution was, I'm going to take myself away, 174 million, which is a huge chunk, okay? Now, how much is he getting for that? 53,000 Atlas only. 53,000 Atlas. And I'll bring myself back. And what did he say? If he had sold it, he would have gotten 200k. So this guy, this Club Andre, he lost 150,000 Atlas. That is a lot, guys. That is a damn lot. Okay, so I wonder if he was doing it himself, he probably would have seen it. These guys are really smart, okay? They don't make mistakes like this. So I wonder how this actually happened. Was it a bot that you were trying to time the LP distribution to see if it would be good for you? I don't know, man. Lots of people have their own tricks in the game. You'll figure it out yourself. I'm waiting for a flip side dashboard to see what it's going to look like over time. And then I'm not going to try and play the game. I'm not going to try and play the system. I'm just going to redeem some LP, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there. I'm okay. Like, I'm not in it to make all that giant money that these guys are. But of course, if you put in that much, you should, look at it seriously. Now, that's that, okay? Let's go and look at the actual stats of Starbase. That's what I wanted to chat to you about today. And guys, we need more people in there. We need more action. We need more resources for them to redeem their LP. You know why? Everything that's red that you see has stopped. Pepe, it's not going really well, man. Like, everything in red, let me show you here. This has stopped crafting. No one can craft at only 4. No one can craft at only 5. No one can craft at only 2. Or MRZ29. Everything in red. You can't craft there because there's not enough food at the location. So you have to go and put food there before you can go. This is a great view. How do you get this view? I believe you have to go to map config and then you put Starbases. Where was it actually? Settings, display wolf range, general. Oh, I forget. There was a little setting here. Oh, I forget, guys. I'm sorry. Starbase Stats. That's it. That's the state. Starbase state. And so it tells you, of course, the left-hand side, I believe, is the food, and then the right-hand side is the tools, okay? So they're upgrading only 2 to a number 2 Starbase, okay? And of course, that's why it's all the way at the top. But the crafting has stopped because there is no more crafting on the left-hand side. So this is really great to know, because if you are doing a lot of logistics and infrastructure, and you're taking from mining from here, crafting there, combining there, you now have to rely on other people in your faction to upgrade these Starbases, as well as keep them running with food so you can get LP and take it to Atlas, right? I think let's have a look at the more popular bases in the factions and which ones are actually going strong. So of course, Oni 2 is going to be strong. That's the major food supply for Oni, okay? I think MRZ24, I used to go there a lot. They're upgrading that to number 2, and Oni 3. And then it seems like no one cares so much about Oni 5 or Oni 4, okay? Now let's go to Mud. Let's see what else is happening here. So Mud, of course, that is going to be upgraded a lot. That's the food base. Every faction is going to have their food base, okay? Mud 2, the crafting has stopped a little bit, and everyone likes Mud MRZ4 in Mud. Very interesting, okay? Now let's go to let's go to Oster. Oster 2 is still going. It's only 0%, it's still level 1. Oster 4 is still level 1, and I think they're upgrading MRZ35, which is going 16% upgraded. So it's very interesting to see, isn't it, that you need other people to do this. Now, with that being said, I really wanted to see the traffic, like where are people going in this new state. Very interesting as well. This small lines are all the SDU farmings. They're all going in there. So in Oni, it seems like people are still going for food and people are still going to MRZ24, which is why there's a larger line and you can see it's being upgraded, okay? Let's go ahead and see the Mud. Now, Mud is a lot. People are going to Mud 2 very much. Look at that. We have 3.8 million cargo, 30 fleets, and we can see that on the map as well. Yeah, so people are also going to MRZ1, and you can see that these places that no one's going to, for example, Mud 5, it's not upgraded, it's not being maintained, so no one is actually going there. There's no cargo going there. That's why it's failing. So there will be some very specific and popular places for you to go in your factions. And the best way to know is to just look at this map, guys. Okay, you'll be able to see no one else is going to Mud 5. Why the hell are you going to Mud 5? Okay, now let's take a look at the map itself and see you see the difference. There's barely anyone in these places, okay? I think I saw in Mud there was, yeah, here we go. Someone's doing some, let's go to Oster, sorry. I saw some really great, ooh, look at this. Look at this. I think this is a small bug It keeps zooming in and out when I don't want it to. Oh, there we go. Oh, you see? It keeps hitting. But anyway, there's some people going back. Oh my god, it keeps getting glitchy. Anyway, I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried. I'll come and look at this. But you can see how much less it is, right? There's less people here. Now, I think, of course, it's the Solana transactions. People can't get out of the original, come into this one. If you're using Sly, you know, you're going to pay a whole bunch in transaction fees. I lost like 0.2 Solana just to transaction fees. And that was too much for me. Okay? Way too much. I woke up one morning, all of the Solana in my Sly wallet was gone. And I'm like, nah, I'm not going to let that happen again. Okay? Anyway, so I'm going to leave it there. But guys, before I go, you know we do a lot of stuff on Solana in the first place. If you use Solana, if you use some listen to some of my videos, you probably got an airdrop, okay? Either from the Jupiter airdrop. There's a new airdrop I want to talk to you about, which is the Camino Airdrop, okay? This is kind of like a DeFi application on Solana. I'm not shilling it to you. People have been farming on there. Basically, you could farm your Atlas or Polus, for example, for Star Atlas people. But yeah, I ended up getting an airdrop, which is very nice. Airdrop has been so good to me in Solana, and I've gotten 13,000. It's not a lot, okay? I fully am aware of this. I am a small shrimp in Solana. No way I have a lot, okay? But I wanted to see how much that was actually worth, give or take, right? I got an OG allocation because I was using Camino a long time ago, and then I got a main allocation of 8 million. So I got 13 million points. Now on Whales, you can actually see how much, this is the pre-market, which this is, you can trade the token back and forth. You can trade an IOU of the token back and forth before the token is actually released. So people right now are trying to buy this token or sell this token at 0.189. Now this isn't the best indicator, okay, but it is a small indicator for me. I'm like, okay, people are trading this back and forth at 0.9 cents each. So I'm going to see how much I actually earned there, and I'm going to see if I will be pleasantly surprised. Times 0.19. 0.19. Why isn't it working? 19. $2,500. That's very good. I'm happy with that. I will take it. Thank you very much, Camino. I would be providing liquidity for the Camino token itself, as well as helping with any other initiatives like DeFi or, you know, governance votes and all this stuff. I will be helping. Now you can still continue to farm this yourself. Okay, there is a season 2. All right. And of course, sometimes the token performs a lot better than what people are trading for it pre-market, because when it hits the market, you know, bots start getting involved, and you know, people who didn't get an airdrop want some of that token because they like the platform, a whole bunch of stuff. And lastly, guys, another airdrop that you should actually know about for Solana people. If you watch my video and you probably got the Jupiter airdrop because you've been in Solana for a while, you got the Jupiter airdrop and you staked it and you voted in the governance for Jupiter, you probably also got a Zeus network airdrop, okay? This is one of my wallets. I only got a small amount of Zeus, so I'm very happy with this. It's a very, very small amount, but it is free money, okay? Ended up coming, I don't know, it's like $100, give or take. It's okay, I'll take it. Thank you very much. I'm not gonna sell it. I'm just gonna provide liquidity, help them keep getting better. Yeah, and also, you don't have much time to claim this, guys, okay? This is claimable only until the 18th of April. So I'm going to leave those 2 links for you down below. Go and check if you've got it. Otherwise, use the Solana airdrop checker, okay? I'm also going to leave that in the link below so that you can just paste in your address and see what you're applicable for. That's it, guys. Solana's been good to us, right? Solana's been very, very good. We can't complain. If you've been in Solana for this long, you've gotten something from it, okay? And even if you haven't gotten anything, you've saved a lot of transaction fees by being on Solana rather than Ethereum. Be honest, okay? So people that are upset about the transaction fees, the priority fees, can't get out, the congestion, remember it's temporary, okay? It's a growing chain. I have no issues with it. Just leave it, okay? And you can go a week without being on Star Atlas. It's okay, right? For me, I always like to be chill. All good. My friends, I'm gonna leave you and love you as always. 20-minute video, very quick for you. And that's it. Ciao for now. I'll touch base with you later. Bye.